Hi, it's Hannah, Gallery Manager at Fen Ditton Gallery. On behalf of Lottie, Amanda and I would just like to say thank you so much for all your continued support this year. It's not quite been the year that we all expected. However, I think that we can be proud looking back at this review of 2020, and I hope that you enjoy it too. We look forward to welcoming you to the gallery again in 2021, when hopefully we can all enjoy a glass of wine together.
It goes without saying that the landscape of this year was not quite as we expected. Overcoming the challenges of a pandemic has required adapting to new ways of working and communicating with our audience. I've particularly enjoyed engaging in conversations with artists and makers and broadcasting these as a brand new podcast, something I've always wanted to do but never had the time. Photography has been a key focus this year, and in April we held our inaugural Festival of Photography, virtually of course. The festival was the chance to establish us as an organisation known for exhibiting fine examples of black and white hand-printed photography, an art form we are all incredibly passionate about. The month-long series of exhibitions welcomed back Paul Hart with a collection of images from his decade-long study of the Fens, coinciding with the launch of the final book in his series, Reclaimed. The physical edition of this exhibition took place in September, and a feature on the BBC In Pictures saw us receive record numbers through the door, and all whilst ensuring the safety of our visitors. It proved to be quite a week. The Photography Festival also presented the opportunity to welcome new photographers to the gallery. A hark back to 1970s London, full of fun and fashion, included the work of the late Tony Bowes, Japanese photojournalist Setsu Kato, and milliner turned fashion photographer James Wedge. The festival closed with a sensitive documentary of County Mayo by former head of photography at Central St Martin's, Graham Morrell. Other art forms became a focus throughout this year too. Yorkshire glassmaking duo Gillis Jones bookended the year, first exhibited in January in Seeing Red, and a selection of their plant-inspired limited edition bowls were shown in both the virtual and physical editions of Plant Life. The art of glass engraving was also highlighted through the work of Catherine Coleman, whose goosegrass vases and ginkgo leaf bowls were fine examples in the field. Plant Life was the third in a series of exhibitions that raised funds for a conservation project of local importance. This year, the exhibition supported the Road Verges project from Plant Life charity. An awareness of this cause was catapulted to the forefront of everyone's minds when our daily walks saw us passing the same verges and hedgerows as the seasons changed, changes that would have perhaps been missed in our busy pre-COVID lives. If there's something good to come from 2020, we can hope that our appreciation of our environment will continue to be an important consideration for us all. The exhibition offered a platform to highlight the work of artists, makers and designers whose work draws particular inspiration from the natural world. Some of these works were a direct response to the situation we found ourselves in and were created in the heart of the pandemic. Artists were forced to look a little closer to home for the inspiration, and once again the resilience of creators excelled. 2020 started with a much-needed splash of colour in Seeing Red to cure the January blues. This is perhaps something that we could all do with now. But as we see the new year in, we look forward to welcoming you back to the gallery, whenever that may be possible. Thank you to the artists who have exhibited with us this year for putting your trust in us and allowing us the freedom to improvise as we juggled the government guidelines. And lastly, thank you to you for visiting us when we've been able to open and for following and sharing in our journey.